welcome to another edition of the Unmade Bedtime Stories with the Seattle Seamstresses, featuring me, Mistress Cora. During my last reading, I started a juicy love tale from an anonymous English woman, reading the first and second of 86 love letters. During this edition, I will be reading the third and fourth. There will be talk of dressmaking. There will be talk of diamond having. There will be talk of daring wishes. Ooh, I hope you titillated. Let's rehash these words from the past. Letter 3. Dearest and rightly beloved. You cannot tell how your gift has pleased me, or rather you can, for it shows you have a long memory back to our first meeting, though at the time I was the one who thought most of it. It is quite true. You have the most beautifully shaped memory in Christendom. These are the very books in the very edition I had long wanted and had been too humble to afford myself. And now I cannot stop to read one for joy of looking at them all in a row. I will kiss you for them all, and for more besides. Indeed, it is the besides which brings you my kisses at all. Now that you have chosen so perfectly to my mind, I may proffer a request which before I was shy of making. Seems now beneficently anticipated. It is that you will not ever let your gifts take the form of jewelry. Not after the ring which you are bringing me, that, you know, I both welcome and wish for. But as to the rest, the world has supplied me with a feeling against jewelry as a love symbol. Look abroad and you will see. It is too possessive, too much like chains of office. The fair one is to wear her radiant harness before the world. The other women may be envious, and the desire of her master's eye be satisfied. Ah, no. I am yours, dear, utterly. And nothing you give me would have that sense. I know you too well to think it. But in the face of the present fashion, and to flout it, which expects the lover to give in this sort, and the beloved to show herself a dazzling captive, let me cherish my ritual of opposition, which would have no meaning if we were in a world of our own, and no place in my thoughts, dearest, as it has not now, so far as you are concerned. But I am conscious I shall be looked at as your own chosen, and I would choose my own way of how to look back most proudly. And so for the books, more thanks, and more, that they are what I would most wish, and not anything else, which, had they have been, they would still have given me pleasure, since from you they could only come with a good meaning, and diamonds even, I could have put up with them. Tomorrow you come for your ring, and bring me my own. Yours is here waiting. I have it on my finger, very loose, with another standing sentry over it to keep it from running away. A mouse came of my wainscot last night, and plunged me in a horrible dilemma, for I am equally idiotic over the idea of the creature trapped or free. And I saw sleepless nights ahead of me till I had secured a change of locality for him. To startle him back into hiding would only deferred my getting truly rid of him, so I was most tiptoe and diplomatic in my doings. Finally, a paper bag put into a likely nook with some sentimentally preserved wedding cake crumbled into it, crackled to me of his arrival. In a brave moment, I noosed the little beast, bag and all, and lowered him from the window by string, till the shrubs took from me the burden of responsibility. I visited the bag this morning. He had eaten his way out, crumbs and all, and has, I suppose, become a field mouse. for the hay smells invitingly, and it is only a short run over the lawn and a jump over the ha-ha to be in it. Poor morsels. I prefer them so much undomesticated. Now, this mouse is no allegory, and the paper bag is not a diamond necklace, in spite of the wedding cake sprinkled over it. So don't say that this letter is too hard for your understanding, or you will frighten me from telling you anything foolish again. Brains are like jewels in this. Difference of surface has nothing to do with the size and value of them. Yours is a beautiful, smooth round, like a pearl, and mine all facets and flashes like cut glass. And yours so much the bigger, and I love it so much the best. The trap which caught me was baited with one great pearl. So the mouse comes in with a meaning tied to its tail after all. Letter 4. In all the world, dearest, what is more unequal than love between a man and a woman? I have been spending an amorous morning, and want to share it with you, but, lo, the task of bringing that bit of my life into your vision is altogether beyond me. What have I been doing? Dear man, I have been dressmaking, and dress, when one is in the toils, is but a love letter writ large. You will see and admire the finished thing, but you will take no interest in the composition. Therefore, I say your love is unequal to mine. For think, how ravished I would be if you brought me a coat and told me it was all your own making. One day you had thrown down a mere tailor-made thing in the hall, and yet I kissed it as I went by. And that was at a time when we were only at the handshaking stage, the palsy's beginnings of love. You, I mean. But oh, to get you interested in the dress I was making today. The beautiful, flowing opening. Not too flowing. The elaborate central composition where the heart of me has to come, and the wind up of the skirt, along reluctant tailing off, full of concerns and colons of ribbon to make it seem longer, and insertions everywhere. I dreamed myself in it, retiring through the door after having bidden you good night, and you watching the long disappearing eloquence of that tail, still saying to you as it vanished, goodbye, goodbye, I love you so, see me, how slowly I am going. Well, that is a bit of my dressmaking, a very corporate part of my affection for you, and you are not a bit interested, for I have shown you none of the seamy side. It is that which interests you male creatures, zolates, every one of you. And what have you to show similar of the thought of me entering into all your masculine pursuits? Do you go out rabbit shooting for the love of me? If so, I trust you make a miss of it every time. That you are a sportsman is one of the very hardest things in life that I have to bear. Last night, Peterkins came up with me to keep guard against any further intrusion of mice. I put her to sleep on the couch, but she discarded the red shawl I had prepared for her at the bottom, and lay at the top most uncomfortably in a parcel of millinery, into which from one end I had already made excavations, so that it formed a large bag. Into the further end of this bag Turks crept and snuggled down, but every time she turned in the night, and it seemed very of 10, the brown paper crackled and woke me up. So at the last I took it up and shook out its contents, and Pippin slept soundly on red flannel till Nan brought the tea. You will notice that in this small narrative, Peterkins gets 3 names. It is a fashion that runs through the household, beginning with the mother-aunt, who on some days speaks of Nan as an old lady, and sometimes as that girl, all depending on the two tempers she has about Nan's privileged position in regards to me. You were only here yesterday, and already I want you again. So much, so much. You're never satisfied, but always loving. And that is the end of my resurface of loving pleasures. Hope you've enjoyed, though I'm sure you'll leave satisfied. Tune in next time to hear more of this delightful love story. This is Mistress Cora signing off, wishing you the happiest of dreams, the pleasures of dreams, and the glittering light of next morn's beam.